all the minerals from the earth, from the vibratory rate that comes through from that. All right? So, can outdistance me, interstellar fellows, the flight, the fleet that is always there, is always traveling, always communicating. There's resolution. There is fate, faith, or fatality. You choose through your preference, through your sexual preference. Yes, you do. You choose that. Fate, faith, or fatality. You choose that through your sexual preference. If that's what it is you have decided to live with, to live through. Yes? And yet, the human being, the human experience, has way too much complexity to sit and listen and to continue to suffer those consequences based on someone who has no self-control, who have shown no self-control in every aspect of taking a life. They've shown how to take a life in every aspect, even in their own culture. Like the brother came with the book, Kicked Out of Heaven. The God, they called himself, showing how they were, during the slavery time, how they would treat the people of color, the cruel punishment, the brutality. But they were doing that in Europe way before they were doing it to Africans. You see? So that's a sexual preference from that time, from the European perspective. Not everyone, again, but that's what sexual preferences do to you. Heterosexual living, everlasting life, does not give that. Okay? And of course, again, when the first human being, which was the first person of color, when they decided to eat an animal and to take its life, that is still in the people who do that today. Again, everlasting life doesn't cut anything off. I don't care how long ago it has been, it does not cut it off. It gives. Just as Christians today, when they read the Bible, and Jesus said, don't you know that ye are gods, you can do greater things than I? So him doing everything he did, based on the plant-based diet that he went through. Remember the fast that they had to go through? 2 weeks. Daniel went through a fast for a couple of weeks. He said he could interpret all dreams, all visions, all things anybody ever said. And all that was a plant-based diet. See how simple that is? Taking a liquid and infusing it into your body and refusing to allow the mucus slowing of the process to take place. Just as it happened to me with ingesting the mucus-forming foods has caused a certain amount of blindness, not being able to see, not being able to relax the muscles of the body. Now that I have released that and can see with all the pressure of all the followers and all of that, now with the plant-based diet, all of that can be taken into account and can be released based on me accepting that the everlasting life creation process is truly the power, not I. Creation process uses me as an instrumentation of knowledge to show more human beings, because more human beings ignore the creation process out in nature, out in space. We see the stars out there. We see how you can breathe, know how to breathe, your heart beating, and people totally ignore that. And pollute the earth, try to kill people. So the creation process has to give that to a human experience under pressure to show the power that it gives. And I have had to accept it and am looking to move my life more powerfully through that. by comeuppance with the relaxing of the muscles, which is spring water. We're having hot springs right down the street there, right up the street. That comes from the earth, the minerals of the earth that plants do. Oxygen to the brain, burdock root, more oxygen to the brain. Dr. Sabi showed that. Old man, 70-something years old, bounced down on his knees from standing up, got right back up. So again, all these things are shown through the human experience because people don't see it out in nature, don't participate in the natural process enough to accept it. They'd rather have a sexual preference. You see? Sexual preference only gives you a good feeling. That's as far as it's going to give you, a good feeling. It's not going to give you the life process that you need because the creation process shows there are people, animals that have both organs physiologically capable of that. And when you do not have that, you can't say, I'm going to be a man, go have surgery, blam, I am that. Nope. You're not supposed to have to do that. You're supposed to be able to shape shift, change, and do it yourself. If you can't do it yourself, the creation process is not giving you the permission to do that. You have not been given the permission to do that. If you got to be cut up, that the creator didn't bring you here to be cut up, to change your sex. You see? But people have done it. They made animals that we see that feed people, but they cause problems in so many other ways. So, again, from the very beginning, whatever happened, when you participate on one side or the other, right now, that is the problem because too many people are accepting a so-called sexual preference. You can have that. What about everlasting life? Do you want to have that? That's more powerful, more beautiful, more loving, more protective than anything else. Everlasting life, powerful being. Yes, sexual preference, so you can get married and all that. Well, how are you going to produce another human being? However many years you're together. Then they say, well, their children need to be adopted and all that. Well, it's still. You see, those are just excuses. That is not going in, allowing something to enter your body and produce another life. That's not what that is. I don't care how many people you raise up through that and how great of an individual they come up to be, but the act of the sexual preference is a lowering of the human experience from the creation process. Okay? So, peace.